Hey everyone. I am Sergio from Online Solutions Group. I will answer. Why might an ATS sometimes cause more problems than it solves? Which ATS is good? What is a multiposter? How can I get more applications from quality candidates with the same budget? Companies often send us vacancies for ad hoc postings with the goal of seeking further collaboration. These companies span all sorts of industries. Most are in the financial, IT or construction sectors and have vacancies for professions suffering from shortages. In many cases, the thing in common between these companies is that they use an applicant tracking system, or ATS, that is not designed for shortage occupations. Perhaps the ATS system was designed somewhere overseas and does not have a good reputation or user base in Belgium, or only have onboarding functionality. It could be very rarely used by casual job seekers arriving from Google searches, which usually produces a queue of weird job applications. Maybe the system performs better in other countries, but here in Belgium, prioritizing application procedures is definitely the wrong choice. Sometimes a second choice to streamline your hiring process is not that bad, but choosing to rely on it alone can create barriers. This ATS maybe is one of the top 10 platforms in the wereld, but not in Europe and not especially for shortage professions. Which ATS has the best conversion rate for your vacancy marketing? Our firm has been keeping statistics for years, and we know exactly which platforms yield how many quality applications. In our 10 years of operation, and with a marketing budget of over 10 million euros over the years, we have built our own applicant tracking system perfectly tuned for shortage occupations. Our system uses multi-posting capabilities reaching all sites and platforms in Belgium. This feature allows us to compare and contrast different sites and platforms, making confident estimates of how many and what kind of applications you will receive based on the job board you use. We keep exact figures and statistics on the best job sites and search engines in Belgium, including data on where their traffic comes from. Our data also includes exact conversion percentages from different application procedures. Learn more about how our ATS works through an example. Jobsite.hr. No matter which applicant tracking system you use, you'll make copious use of forms. You might ask for contact information, previous experience, or the like. Too many choices and questions, however, is a bad idea because it creates extra steps and thresholds for applicants. The more choices and fields in your application form, the more difficult it will look, and the smaller the chance that a potential quality candidate will follow through with their application. In fact, with each step in an application, your overall number of responses will decrease by approximately 10%. Any form you make must be short and only contain fields which are useful. Prompts asking for an applicant's photo, nationality, city, timeline, or other extras should not be included. A single in-demand vacancy may have 50 applications, and you may be able to see who survives by learning who finishes the form. However, asking for unnecessary information is superfluous and could create more bottlenecks than it solves. People in a shortage profession won't bother to fill in these forms, instead believing it's the employer's fault for not making their application procedure user-friendly. They have plenty of opportunities in Belgium where they could spend their time more productively. I have enough work already, so goes the adage. A good way to maximize responses on your application is to ask for only a name, telephone, and email. You can then contact applicants for yourself and fill in the remaining additional information in the applicant tracking system. An interview, not the initial application, is the main screening tool in shortage professions. Many candidates are already working and only want to be informed about vacancies which might improve their current situation. Good specialists are already working, but they will not always be satisfied. If this is the case, they will continue a passive job search. With a long and arduous application form, you have little to no chance of meeting latent candidates as they will likely not invest their time in filling out your form. In our experience, a telephone follow-up, email conversation, or meeting will attract these candidates. For that reason, our advice is to remove extra form prompts on third-party applications. Without an intermediate screening phase, it is best to only ask one additional question of applicants beyond their name, email, and phone number. This way, you can speak to many more candidates, network with more professionals in your industry, and convince and reach latent, low-threshold candidates when a new vacancy opens up. You can always ask for a resume or CV by email or text message, filling in information from it as you need. Your application form is your shopping cart, and it determines your recruitment budget. If the purchasing procedure is complicated, then you'll have to spend 50 to 90% more marketing funds for the same number of candidates. The best recruiters will make their applicant tracking system work for them and take advantage of its efficiency-minded features. We want to hear from you in the comments, which system, in your experience, is the best and most configurable on the market. Continuing with the shopping cart analogy, what is your system's average cost per application?